I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Well, I just ordered food. I have 35 minutes to make this project. So a while ago, I used a GAN Smart Cube to play Pokemon. No one really watched that video because people like watching me get shocked instead. But regardless, I made it happen. So as a recap, in case you forgot or if you just didn't bother watching that video, essentially I took a GAN Smart Cube and I remapped each turn to correspond with a move or a keybind on the keyboard. So with that as kind of a template, it's pretty easy to see other applications of this. And I'm not just talking about other games, but really other ways that you can use a GAN cube as a controller for various things. For people who compose music and they don't actually have a MIDI keyboard, for example, they can use their physical typing keyboard in order to compose some music. And so today we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be using a GAN Smart Cube in order to play music. All right, so I won't take you through the whole code. Some of you probably recognize this anyway. This is the same code that I used to play Pokemon before, except now it's using the same WebSocket server and it's remapping the moves to different pitches. So depending on the turn that the cube is making, it's going to play a different frequency. So these are frequencies in hertz. Unfortunately, and this is a fair warning for those of you with perfect pitch, this particular Python package can only take integer frequency values, which means that all of these tones, except for the 440A, is going to be slightly out of tune. Anyway, that's essentially the entire code. This really did not take that long. Now, one thing I will say is that the GoCube and the Rubik's Connected app already can kind of do this, but I think it only uses 4 of the 6 faces. So I think essentially what that means is the cube can play C major, but really nothing else. What I did instead was take advantage of all 6 faces, and of course each face can turn either clockwise or counterclockwise, and so we get 12 different notes. Now with 12 notes you could do a full chromatic, but I also wanted the 9th note, so I wanted to go from a C4 all the way to a C5. So I ended up dropping a couple of the sharps. So right now this cube can play a C major, and then the way that I've coded it is if I do a cube rotation, it's effectively a key change. Basically all that means is that I added in F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. But yeah, I mean that's basically it. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, so I have Twizzle open here. I have my Smart Cube and I have the server running. So everything should be connected. The only thing I have to do is actually connect the GAN Cube. So let me just power this on. And as you can see, GAN Cube is now connected to Twizzle. Let me just play all the notes for you. So this should be a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There you go. So something like a J perm would sound like this. And then you can obviously play songs as well, right? So you could do something like you can also play Twinkle Twinkle. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to subject you guys to a full solve because, quite frankly, it's fairly annoying. But there is one scramble that I want to show you. So you see the scramble, and you might think that there's nothing special about it. But in fact, there is.
All the pieces feel the same, don't they?